Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast and thank you for choosing our video for today. So this is Vamshi, my friend, this is Bharat and it's me Vivek once again. So guys, today another interesting discussion we're going to have. It's about how to win arguments.
How
It's
to
interesting.
how to win arguments.
Yes. Bharat, when was the last time you argued?
I don't choose to argue, but I don't remember.
What about you?
Often with the you know who.
So okay. So guys, there are few points that you should always keep in mind because when we argue something, it ends in a debate. There is no conclusive ending for an argument. That is why it's called an argument.
Yeah.
Argument leads to a debate where no one is actually winning. There is colossal waste of time, colossal waste of energy, and you're risking the friendship or every other relation that you have. Okay. So the first thing is, never miss an opportunity
To argue.
to shut up.
Oh.
Okay, that's the first part. But when it comes to the society, but the society doesn't seem it that way. When you're silent, when you're minding your own business, they will definitely assume that you're incapable of fighting back or at least letting your opinions out. So there are a few points that you have to know, and you should use judgment when you apply these points. Okay, so I'll tell you like 9 to 10 points that will help almost everyone who's ever going to argue, and if they want to win or at least partially win the argument, this is what they need to do. Okay.
So this is for you guys and us as well.
Yeah.
So in any argument, if you don't have any points, okay, in your favor, just remain silent.
Oh.
Okay. Because when you're arguing, you need to have something on your side.
Okay. Let me just bring this point. If I'm staying silent in an argument, doesn't it show me as a weak person?
See, most of the time, one person wants to end the argument as soon as possible in any discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
True.
One wants to continue, one wants to end it. Okay. So you can end the argument by remaining silent.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
You should always have a point in your favor, okay, at least one point. Okay. And you should keep rephrasing that point and keep repeating it. I'll give you a good example. Okay. If Bharat wants to have food, okay, I tell him that, let's try to incorporate organic food into our diet.
Okay.
Bharat is going to say, it's expensive. It's not something easily available. It is not accessible for me. It is hard to grow by myself. Whereas, the common food available in the market right now, it's easily accessible. Affordable rates also. Okay. So then I'm going to say, organic food is good for you. Okay. He'll again say, no, it's not easily accessible. Then I'll rephrase the same point saying that, our organic food is good for your whole family. It's the same thing if you observe.
Yeah.
Okay. And if he has something to counter argue again, he's going to say that, I can't grow it so easily. Okay, because if you're just giving natural pesticides and water, it's going to take twice as long to grow the food. With fertilizers, artificial ones especially, they grow pretty fast. But the cost is the nutritional value decreases completely.
Yeah.
Great. We can say that the tomato which was grown in 1970 is easily 3 to 4 times more nutritious than the tomato available now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, everyone knows this.
Yeah. Not only the tomatoes, all the other vegetables also.
Yeah.
All the nutritional values that we have when compared to 50 years ago, 60 years ago is very, very, very less.
Yeah. So always try to have one point in your favor and keep repeating it. Okay. And repeat until the other party has nothing else to say. Keep rephrasing until that point. Okay. Because you will seem like you're also accepting what the other person's viewpoint actually is.
Okay.
And saying something very different. You're not seeming spammy anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one point. Okay. And the second point, if you want to win arguments, is, as I told you, to remain silent. Okay. When you can. Because, sometimes the relationship, whatever you have between the other party, is much more valuable than the argument.
Yeah.
Okay. So another point where you can actually win arguments is you should use these two words combined with another word. It's called yes, I understand, comma, yes, I agree, but.
Okay.
You're you're showing respect and then conveying your point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, how the argument goes, if you're arguing with me, generally it ends with, me interrupting you.
Yeah.
Not making you complete the sentence. Or, sometimes not giving a single F to whatever you told.
Yeah.
And launching my side of the arguments.
Okay.
So we should actually wait until the point is finished. I can't break down until the point is finished. And then say, these has to be told first, okay? I completely agree with you here, but this is the thing. For example,
Then you convey the opposing view.
yeah, I'll give the same example. But it says, organic food is not available. I will say, I completely agree with you here, but overall it is good for your health. That is how you have to say, okay? And coming to the next point where you can actually win arguments is, praise and disagree.
Oh.
I'll give you a classic example. I always wanted to give this example. You know what KL Rao, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm not so inclined to supporting him. Okay. Because I feel when you're a professional, you have to act like a professional. Okay. So, I've observed KL Rao not performing his best when it comes to an important match. Okay. When it's especially under pressure.
Okay.
Yes, I completely agree that he's a great batsman. He has great numbers to his name also at his age. But he has never performed under pressure. You have to praise the guy or the point that actually being raised by the other guy and then disagree to it. So whenever you agree to that other fellow, he's feeling important first thing. And he feels psychologically satisfied. Okay. When you're psychologically satisfied, you will feel that, okay, I'm being listened to. Someone is listening to me, paying attention to me. And, he's making me feel important.
And he opens up also.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Kind of an empathy thing.
surely. Yeah. So the next point where you can actually use this to win arguments is no one wants to or can argue against credible data.
Right.
Okay. You want to give an example, Vamshi?
Yeah, like let's say a couple of friends, they're arguing. We have a couple of friends in our group.
Okay.
One is a huge supporter of MS Dhoni
Yeah.
and the other who blindly hates him.
Yes.
And then when they two clash, one presents the clear evidence of his numbers.
Yes.
Those numbers cannot lie. They're written in history.
Yes.
He cannot chase them. And the other person is purely hating him just because he likes some other cricketer.
Okay.
So when you present clear data, you cannot argue against it, right?
Yeah.
You cannot deny that he has won World Cup for us as a captain. You cannot deny that. But there are few people who try to deny, saying that no, some other players performed.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that we naturally know. Okay. And argument has numbers, verified facts also. Okay.
Yes.
That is the thing. And
Any credible data will always work.
yes. And the other thing is, when you're actually talking to a person who is completely brazen and acting wild, okay, is not in the mood to listen and all. Well, even if you want to put forward your point, it's not gonna
You're not in the heat at all.
exactly. So then you have to actually say, for example, if you're talking about, let's take a politician, okay, a politician, on stage and doing all this stuff. Maybe he did a lot of charity and maybe he did some good work, and he's arrested for his rash driving skills.
Okay.
Okay, let's assume that for a minute. So you can actually say that, sir, you're actually a very good politician. Okay. But your driving skills are pretty horrific. So do you have any comment on that? Okay. So what you have to do is, don't misunderstand me, sir. I admire your hard work in the politics and your segment. but your driving skills, the people are not very happy about your driving skills, as you are a social personality. You are kind of an influencer as well.
You have to set an example for others.
Or you're setting the wrong precedent here for the
Yeah.
youth.
So this is another example for praise and discipline.
Exactly. And the other thing, this is something everybody should know. It's, always, even if you want to end the argument, or if you want to start an argument, or if you want to continue the argument as well, always ensure that, you have the control of the argument.
Oh.
Okay. I'll give an example. Let's talk about Apple.
Okay.
If you're talking about Apple, like iPads, iPhones and all, we might talk about the features of Apple, okay? We are not degrading any other device or software when we're talking about it. But when someone enters the conversation suddenly and says that, no, Apple is not good, like Android is better or something like that, we have never used the word Android here. We just talking about the Apple ecosystem and how wonderful it has been for us. Okay, true. So what we have to say is, we were talking about Apple and we are even talking about Android here. So let's keep the discussion to Apple itself.
Only sticking to the set topic itself.
Yeah, we are not comparing anything here. Okay, this feature is good, this feature is cool.
I've seen this happening in football as well, like the Messi versus Ronaldo debate. Like even if you go on Instagram and open any Ronaldo or Messi post and open up the comment section, you can see people mentioning the other person in the match and comparing them.
Yeah. There's always even though if we are not comparing things, people always try to bring someone else.
So even in such situations, you are saying that we have to be in control of the argument.
Yes.
Okay.
So how do we do that in this particular age of internet? If you go on Twitter or Instagram or just let everyone know that you like Ronaldo, the first comment would be, so why not Messi?
Yeah.
So you have to say that, let's keep the discussion to Ronaldo and not Messi. So it is a polite way of saying, let's do this peacefully. Yeah.
Because the other point doesn't affect the argument that we are currently having.
Exactly. If you're talking about something, it doesn't mean that, you're degrading the other personality also. Right. That is one thing. And it's the same with also, when someone is attacking you personally. For example, you had this, there is this green movement going on.
Okay.
All the celebrities are saying that, for example, let's take Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. They have yachts, private jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they come on stage and talk about, using electric vehicles, go green and all. It doesn't match, okay? So when they say something like that, you say that, they're not saying that, I'm not gonna use this or not. They're just using their influence to tell the world something.
Yeah.
They might do it or not, it's completely up to them. Okay. So what you have to do is, when they're attacking you personally, you have to apply the same thing again. Okay. When they're attacking you, like, no, you're using jet planes and all. You can say that, I'm using this stage to convey a message. He may or may not follow it.
It's because he has that reach. He can reach millions of people around the world. He's using that platform to convey the message. He may or may not follow that personally.
Exactly.
So even though you have all these things that you're already been using, you can simply say that it is in intent beneficialing me.
Exactly. I would tell another example here that, for example, in the USA, many people say that's a great country and all, but it's debatable first thing. Because there are a lot of people in jail there. There are more people in prison than outside. Not in literal sense, but when you compare prisons of other countries and prisons of USA.
Not only in jail, but on streets as well.
Oh, exactly.
But they don't show that on the...
Those stats are never shown.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when they point out something like that, for example, an incarcerated person is out of jail and looking for a job. And when he actually meets the skill set, they're definitely going to ask him that,
Any jail time is there or what?
Yeah.
Are you...
They always say the criminal background.
Yes. When he has a criminal background, he should actually say that, we are talking about jobs. I completely agree where you're going, but this platform is used to interview me. So these are the facts. These are the skill sets that I have. This is my portfolio and resume. So when they say that, when they attack you personally, this is what you need to do.
Okay.
And a general rule of thumb in any argument, doesn't matter if you're losing or winning. Okay. When there is public around, you want them to feel that you're winning. Even though you're in literal sense losing, the way that you can do it is next level trick actually. You have to remain very calm.
Or
The person who remains the calmest wins the argument even if he's losing.
you can't let the emotions get the best out of you.
Yeah, because that would be an outright way of telling everybody else that,
This fellow's completely mindlessly shouting or arguing or losing his shit over or something.
so always keep your calm. And the other thing that you can do is, this might require a little research skills, pre-research skills, when you're trying to argue something, and for an audience that is difficult, really difficult.
Okay.
Try to throw a proverb into the statement.
Okay.
For example, assume I'm going on a date, okay, and I'm not properly dressed. I say that, I'm being myself and all that bullshit.
Okay.
So you try to convince me saying that, no, you're not looking good and all. Then I say, no, so no, like, this is me. I can't say all that.
Yeah.
If you want to convince me even better, you have to say that, face is the index of mind. Face is the index of mind.
Okay.
People do judge, right? They say, I don't judge, or that.
Definitely they will judge.
That's all crap.
They might not tell it out, but everyone does.
Subconsciously, everybody does. So that is the thing, throwing a proverb always. Okay. Because proverb is generally old wisdom. You can't argue against. So that is one thing. And lastly, there's this concept called as ad hominem. Okay. Ad hominem.
Ad hominem.
Yeah. For example, you're talking on stage. Okay. You're talking about a particular topic called as, why apples are better for breakfast.
Okay.
One person suddenly shout from the audience saying that, you have not been, you have a allegation of domestic violence against you. That is an allegation, not proven. Okay.
Okay. This part can be used in outside scenario.
Yeah. So when they do that, it means that technically you're winning. You have to know this. Because, when someone is, assume you have all the good points ready for your argument. There is no way that you're going to lose this time. Okay. But there's this concept called ad hominem. When they don't have anything to say, then they'll attack you personally. That is when they choose to attack you. That is a form of attack.
Okay.
So you have to subconsciously remember that if the person is doing that, he has no arguments left.
Exactly. So that is when you take charge and
Yeah, in general sense also, when the argument is between two people, if one person doesn't have anything to say, he talks random bullshit and attacks you personally.
Yeah.
So that once that has happened, we can simply say you don't have anything strong point to talk, and that is why you're talking all bullshit and nonsense.
And please keep the discussion to what are the levels and not my personal life.
Yeah.
So these are some tricks that you can apply during arguments. Can be in your home, can be in your professional life. But try to remain silent most of the time. Only when it seems that important to you that you need to do this.
Achha, sir.
Yeah. So these are the things. So which one did you like, Vamshi?
Like the one you said where when the person is attacking you personally, then you have to remember that he's only doing that because he has no points left. But it's not personal.
Yes.
It's only to win the argument and he has no points left.
Yes.
Yeah.
And me personally, I like the praise and disagree. You simply praise the person and then slowly bring him to your senses.
Yes.
Bring him to your level at least.
See, all these tricks have been, told by experts, by, behavioral scientists, for a particular reason. When there is a difference in opinion, okay, people don't care about the relationship because it's a natural tendency to make everyone around you feel that, that you are right. Yeah. Because when you're on public stage and all, you need to also respect the other person because he's also going to live in that society forever.
Yeah.
You can't blatantly attack him.
Sometimes people will just lose control and talk all blatant shit.
Exactly.
I can give you one example where I have seen someone use these kind of techniques. Recently in AP, lot of YCP leaders,
Yeah.
they're personally attacking Pawan Kalyan's life. And Pawan Kalyan, being a respectful person he didn't attack personally. He was very calm in those situations. So I like when you were telling about this, I was picturing that in my mind. So now I can see that he was using these kind of techniques.
Yeah.
For some, these are techniques, and for some, these are just the ways of being.
Yeah.
True. So just try to observe the say when you're watching any political commentary or any other commentaries, okay, debates. Just try to observe if all these points are being used there. It's all nothing seems extraordinary to you, okay?
Yeah.
You know this at the back of your mind. The subconscious mind knows, but the conscious mind doesn't.
Yes.
That is the thing. And there's another concept. I can give you an example here. Have you seen any internet scammers?
Yeah.
Man, they use deliberately broken English. Okay. They use the wrong spellings. Okay.
Okay.
So do you know that is done intentionally?
No, I don't.
It is done intentionally because, see, if you read broken English, Vamshi, you're an educated person, you know that it's a scam, outright scam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. But a person who is easily gullible, okay,
okay.
can fall victim to that. Doesn't care about the English. He's just seeing the offer that he's going to get $50,000 into his bank account.
Oh,
So that language is being used deliberately there. Okay. So our conscious brain knows that something is wrong, but his conscious brain does not know.
okay.
So any psychological fact that you read or observation that you read in these articles and all will not be pleasantly surprised anywhere. Okay. So that is the thing, our subconscious brain observes everything we come across, every sense, everything, but it doesn't acknowledge it. That is the reason. It's quite interesting, the human brain, when it comes to arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Very.
And
That is the thing.
these are really interesting tips and tricks. You have to start implementing them. Going forward.
It's better not to argue with someone.
Yeah. But even if you end up in such situations, we can use them to our advantage. Yeah.
So, should I just read out the list once again? Whatever the list that is.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
So yeah, just to summarize what you said, I've listed it down to 7 points. Okay, first one, also for the viewers. First one is remain silent in the argument as long as possible. And next, try to use I completely agree with you, but this is a very interesting one where you can also get into the other person's mind by using this simple psychology. And third, my favorite, as I told you before, it is praise and disagree. You praise and take him a little up and then bring him down. You can use it. And the fourth one is always use credible data.
Yeah. That is for sure.
If data is there, no one can do anything for you.
Yes.
And fifth one is have control over the argument even before you get into it. Did I say that?
That is correct. And you have to immediately bring it back to the original discussion.
And sixth is throw a proverb into it. And the final one is add a homonym.
When they try to attack you personally, it is safe to assume that they have
No points.
No other
points or points to oppose your argument in a valid way.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Any final words?
In final words, I would say don't get into arguments. But if you do end up in an argument, try to use them to your advantage. And if you do it successfully, just mention them in the comments, I would say.
Yeah.
And if you have any such kind of instances where you try to, win the argument in any different way or any similar way, Do share your story.
Yeah. And I would like to answer one more question here. Can they be applied to the internet as well? Yes, you can. I'll give you an example here. The second point that I completely agree. But okay, example. Let's assume that Vamshi is my boss. Okay, he has sent me a letter on a weekend saying that I got to work because this very important for the company. Okay, assume he has told that Vivek, I know it's weekend. I want you to work on this ASAP. It really matters to the company as well. So I'll be online and I want you to work for the next 2 hours and submit the project as soon as possible. Okay. Imagine there are 2 scenarios. Okay. In one scenario, I just blatantly reply in the email NO full stop. No.
Okay.
Okay. The second scenario, I'll tell that, Vamshi, I completely understand you. I know that running a company is hard work. You need to make a lot of sacrifices. I also want you to understand that, today is a weekend and I planned a vacation with my family. So I would really want to consider it, but I don't have my laptop with me right now.
Oh.
So if you can excuse me for this time, it'll be great from your side. And I would generally and truly appreciate it. So which one would you prefer, Vamshi?
Obviously, the second one.
Exactly.
Second one.
So that is the thing, guys. So we are done for now. Thank you for choosing our video, guys, today. Signing off, this is Vivek.
This is Bharat.
I'm Vamshi.
Yeah, so see you next time.
Kuch. Also, do like, share, and subscribe our channel.
Yeah. It'll help us give more good momentum and put faith in this project. Thank you.